Last night, we had a great game playing Battletech RPG. It was loads of fun. We had a bunch of good laughs and really some amazing combat. We worked together as a team, and I thought I'd be talking all about that in the vlog tonight. However, a good friend of mine asked, well, didn't really ask a question, but posed a suggestion for a topic for the vlog. And I thought, well, maybe I should address that at another time, but you know what? There's no time like the present. This is a hot button topic. It's an important topic, and I thought I would just come out with a statement that sort of sums up how I feel and maybe talk about this tonight a little bit. So let me just start by saying this. F gatekeeping. Yeah, I said it, and maybe there'll be some blowback, maybe not. We'll see. I'm going to talk about this tonight because I think it's super important. And before I do that, I should probably say, hey, I'm Gregory, this is 1 in 20 D&D, and welcome to my daily vlog where I talk about RPGs, especially Dungeons & Dragons and other TTRPGs. If that's something you're interested in, I'd love it. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe, and of course, hit the bell notification so you'll get notified anytime these videos go live. Now this topic is really important, and it's kind of a hot button topic. A lot of us probably have really strong feelings about this, and it's challenging for me because normally on this vlog, I like to be really positive, upbeat. That's sort of my MO. That's kind of who I am at my heart and my core. And that's what I'm trying to bring to the table, as it were. That's what I'm trying to bring to the community here, the greater gaming community, is like, you know, a positive outlook at gaming and some upbeat energy to maybe take away from some of the negativity that some of us deal with in our day-to-day lives. And I promise you, I'm going to try to do that with this topic on some level, even though I really kind of came out right now just saying like the truth and what's in my heart. I mean, F this, you know? Yeah, I don't want to say any kind of crazy curse words. That's just not my thing. I like to try to keep it clean on here. You know, my son might watch this someday. I'd love for him to watch this, and I don't want to be that kind of person. I don't want to spit that kind of venom anytime. And even just broaching this subject, just bringing it up is challenging because there's so much negativity swirling around it. And let's just put it on the table like it is. Look, I've been playing Dungeons & Dragons and other RPG games for like 35 years, okay? I remember starting playing D&D when I was around 10 years old. I can't pinpoint the exact day that I started. And honestly, I didn't like get into it and then stay playing games like every day, every week for years or anything like that. That's not it at all. And even that is almost could be seen as gatekeeping. Like somehow I'm saying like, oh, I'm better than you all because I've been playing for so long. That is pretty far from the truth. The only reason I share that is because I'm trying to give some perspective. Like, I'm no expert. I mean, I have some training in some areas that maybe pertain to the topic. I've been playing for a long time, and maybe that pertains to the topic. But let's face it, I'm a white dude. And not only that, I'm a middle-aged white dude. Even though I might not look it. I guarantee you, I am 45 years old. Turned 45 this year. And so, I've seen some stuff. And we've all experienced some stuff. And, you know, when I was younger, I experienced bullying and all kinds of craziness. In fact, that's one of the reasons I was drawn to Dungeons & Dragons in the first place. It's because here was a place where I could feel like that heroic, powerful, you know, person that I didn't feel like in my day-to-day life. Where I could feel like I could conquer those demons that were facing me. And I'm talking about the proverbial demons, not the literal ones. But it gave me a space to explore and to try on things and to act in ways that I wished I could in my normal everyday life. I think that's what brings most people, or for sure lots of people, to this hobby in the first place. It's kind of an escape. It's a place where we can sort of let down our guard, be honest, be open, and just experiment, try things out. That's what I love about this hobby. That's what brought me to the hobby in the first place. And to think that there are people out there who are throwing up roadblocks to anyone else playing this game or any of these games that I love, it breaks my heart. It's unfathomable. It's unfathomable to me. Yeah, I stutter a little bit because, sometimes I get nervous. I'm a little ADHD. I have these things about me that make me awkward. And sure, maybe it seems like I'm, I don't know, this thoughtful, insightful guy or happy all the time or what have you. And generally speaking, that's pretty true. I'm a pretty happy guy. I have a pretty amazing life. I'm grateful for things. But the other side of that is that life sucks sometimes for all of us, especially when really hard things hit us. And this topic is it hits me in the heart because I can't even imagine. I cannot imagine turning someone away from this game. Now let me be crystal clear about this. What I'm saying is that, okay, see this right here? See this right here? It says it's your game, play your way. And I absolutely believe that to the core of my heart, to the core of my being. I know I'm not going to be a good fit in every game. And I know there are people out there who are not going to be a good fit in my game. So I might tell someone no in the sense of saying, hey, the way you play, yeah, it's not a good fit. I don't think it works for this game or for this game group. Okay? We need to be honest about that. That doesn't mean I'm saying that you shouldn't play or that they shouldn't play. That person shouldn't play the game. They should find the people that they have a good time playing this game with the way they like to play it. If they want to be murderous, scandalous, crazy people and do weird, bizarre stuff, more power to them. It's their right. It's everyone's right. And beyond that, there's no reason to say no to this game for any other reason that I can imagine. I mean, sex, gender identity, sexuality, race, religion. It just boggles my mind. Like, I can't even imagine not playing a game with someone for any of those reasons. Like, just on the surface, there's no way I'm gonna turn someone away from the game. And so if someone out there is suggesting that you're not playing the game right, that's another form of gatekeeping, of course. Like, oh, you're not playing the game right, my way is the best way. I mean, that's another level of gatekeeping, right? So we have there's that weird thing that's this societal BS about discrimination, which is just absurd to me. I mean, okay, there are closed-minded people out there. I guess that's the truth. That's part of reality. I guess we have to deal with that on some level. Not going to happen at my table. And in fact, if anyone I was connected with or friends with did some of that stuff, I'd put them in their place pretty quickly. And if they didn't make changes, I would break off my friendship with them. That's just the way it is, for me. And to say the way I play D&D is somehow correct or better than, again, this is it's absolutely absurd to me that there are people in the community that have that kind of mentality. I know there's people that play the game differently than I do, and I'm like, cool, maybe someday I'll try your game out and maybe I'll like it. I never roleplayed for years. Role-playing What's that? I knew it was in the title of the sort of, style of the game, role-playing games, but beyond swinging a sword and rolling some or imagining swinging swords and rolling dice and casting spells, I mean, that's what I thought role-playing was. Until I got exposed to things like Critical Role and games like that, and had a chance to try out speaking in character and so forth, and realized, like, wow, there's really cool other ways to play this game. So, like, yeah, I've never experienced gatekeeping, so it's hard for me on some level to speak to that topic. I want to I did this video because I want to open the subject. I want to talk about this. Please share comments, share stories. Tell me, what can we do? What are solutions? What are ways we can avoid this? How can we help each other? How can we make this hobby and this community more inclusive? Doesn't mean everybody's, it doesn't mean I'm saying, like, I'm right, you're wrong. Has to be some kind of, there doesn't have to be hard, fast lines. If people are opinionated, strongly opinionated, that's their prerogative. That's their right to be that way. And it's okay to just say, like, okay, and just keep them maybe at arm's distance, walk away from it or something. At the same time, I want as many people as possible to feel safe and feel like this is something for everyone. And so, like, what can we do? How do we do that? How do we share this? How do we invite others? How do we bring people to the table? How do we bring people to the hobby and make it something for everyone to enjoy the way they want to enjoy it? Not every table is going to be a perfect fit. And it might take 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 different groups to find the right fit. That's okay, I think. And, if you're like me, if you experienced that, if you experienced bullying, or if you experienced feeling like an outcast, an outsider, a weirdo, wacko, geek, all that stuff, nerd, I came up in the time when, like, being called that stuff was definitely an insult. Yeah, it's cool. Nowadays, it's kind of fun and cool to be, labeled or call yourself a geek or a nerd and all that kind of stuff. But I'm going to curse here, guys. I don't usually, but you know what? That shit used to hurt. It hurt to be called those names when I was young. So I would never intentionally do that to someone. Say things or do things that was intentionally hurtful. And I feel like that's what this topic of gatekeeping is really all about, is people doing things that are at best unintentionally and at worst intentionally hurtful, keeping other people or trying to, like, squash other people, and, like, your fun isn't fun. It's not the right way to have fun. What is that even about? If you experience gatekeeping, come to me. Come to me or one of my friends, the people that I am connected with in the community that I'm connected with. We will all jump to A, say, come play a game with us, and B, help you find ways to, like, get those weird people either out of your life or maybe help educate them. Maybe. We gotta uplift each other. And on some level, people make mistakes. There are people out there that might say things that are offensive. You know what? I know I've said things that are offensive. Doesn't mean I want to or do it by choice, but we're human and we make mistakes. If we don't make mistakes, we never learn. Never learn. You have to make mistakes to learn. And you have to be willing to listen and willing to look at yourself honestly, and then maybe, just maybe, you might learn and you might grow and you might become a better person. And those are the kind of people I want to play D&D and Star Wars and Battletech and Genesis and all the other amazing games out there with. I want to play these games with open-minded people who learn from each other, listen to each other, and are open to new ways of seeing the world, and even more, creating those worlds in our imaginations for each other to share and have fun doing that. So yeah, F gatekeeping. F that. It's wrong. That's my opinion. It's just my opinion. It's nothing more than my opinion. Thank you for listening to me. I'll be back tomorrow with something way more lighthearted and uplifting and fun, I promise. But this is an important subject, so share your thoughts with me. Let's have a conversation. Let's help each other. Let's help everyone make this a safer, healthier, happier community. Keep rolling 20s until I see you at a table someday, and remember, it's your game. Play your way. You know, this is kind of a big issue, and maybe I should say something about this, and so I think I will tonight, and here's what I want to say. F gatekeeping. F gatekeeping. F gatekeeping.